Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to cover props in functional component. So props, short for properties, are a way to pass data from one component to another. Here, one component is parent, another is child, which is if you want to pass information from your parent child, you can use props. Okay, the reason I actually categorize about the communication between components like a parent-child, child-parent, siblings in later videos. But I have to introduce the props here because we have lots of demo which are hooks which need to have props. Okay, they are immutable, meaning the child component cannot modify the props it received, which means the child, even though you modify in your local child variables, but in the parent is still the same. Okay, the data flow. Props allow data flow from parent component to its child component. This is unidirectional data flow, helps maintain a clear and predictable structure in our application from a parent to child. Can pass any kind of data, number, string, array, function. You can pass function. You can also pass JSX, anything. Read only. Its props are immutable, as we mentioned earlier. Okay, from the children's component perspective, the children's component cannot modify props it receives. It can only use them. If a child component needs to change data, it should communicate the change back to the parent, and that is another way for communication, child to the parent. So props enable dynamic rendering of components. You can pass different values to a component to customize its appearance or behavior. And this is also props make our components to be reusable. Suppose I have an image gallery, okay, and I can make it to be a component, and then I pass different types of images. So your component gonna be, so your UI gonna be changed, But we only have one copy of the component, but it can be used for different cases based on the props or data we pass to the component. Okay. Now we will give a demo about props. Okay, pretty short video. My bad. I forgot to make a change on this one, so I'm going to Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. And here, this is use ref. And here, we are going to change here to write everything about props. Okay. And to write a thing about props, we have to have two components. One is parent, one is child. So here, I'm going to have a child.tsx, just call child. I don't have a good name now, okay? So what makes the relationship between parent and child? Take a look at what I wrote here. Okay, doesn't matter, okay, it's a void. So here, guys, take a look at. In my app component, okay, you have what? You have a child component. And also you can see from the UI, from our developer tool component, you can see here, the child component is under the app tree structure. Okay, so in this case, we are building a relationship between app and the child, which is app is parent, child component is children. So now in this case, you can pass things from parent to child. Okay, from parent to child. How to pass? Suppose here, I pass what? I pass first name. How about name? Name, I want to give the value. Yes, John Smith. And why it have error? Is because of types. Okay, JavaScript, TypeScript trying to make sure. Oh, your child here, you don't have any props, but you here in the parent when I use a child, you have props here. That's why it have errors. But if you want to have props, add props. Because as a function, any function can have what? Can have parameters, and that's how we receive props. Okay, and here it will ask you to give a type. So I will have a props type. Okay, and then I'm going to define here type props type equals what? I'm going to have name string. See here, now it don't have arrow because here have name is a string, and then inside my child, then I can render here child. Then I can do what? I can do constructing assignment on what? Name, because it's an object. Props is an object, so use object destruction assignments. Okay. Yeah, you will have, then here I will have name. Yes, name. Okay. Then here you will see name is John. Okay, name is John. Okay, then you can pass any type of data. So here you can pass what? We can pass age. Age equals 20. Here you're gonna have errors. Okay, the first thing, oh, you say probably because here I don't have age. Let me give age here. Age is a number. You will still see an error. See here, the reason is because here the 20 is a number, and you must use it's a JSX syntax, so you must use a quote, otherwise you have error. But for the string, it doesn't matter if you use a quote or not a quote, it still works. Okay, see here, with quote works, without a quote still works. But for the value, you must use a quote, and then you can also pass what? You can also pass. Let me make like this way. Okay. You can also pass like an object, like a person, user. We can pass an object called user. User is an object. Object is gonna have a key value pair, which has fname is Edward, and have lname. Lname is DOE. How about it like this way? Then this gonna have errors. The error is what? Here must still have a user. User, what's a type? It's an object. Object have fname, yes, a string, and have lname is also a string. So here no errors. This is how to pass object. If I remove these two, you're gonna see errors. Okay, because the first error is for the curly brace. First pair of curly brace is the expression which refer to some expression. Second curly brace is referred to the object. Then we will also have what? When after we have user, we also let's do an array. Let's see our fruit. Okay, fruit. You also need to have a curly brace, and which will have BANA banana, apple. Let's have one more orange. Okay, and then here you have to give a type. That's the problem of use TypeScript. Sometimes it's good, sometimes we don't like it. Okay, this is kind of like a tedious job you have to do every time. That's why at the beginning I don't like a TypeScript. Okay, and you can also give a function. Let's give a callback function. Callback function. Callback function. I will directly put it here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot. It's a curly brace. My bad. What happened? Callback function, curly brace, and console. Console.log. Callback. Invoked. Okay. I just do shortcuts here. So I have a callback here, then it's a function, and a callback is a function. This function doesn't receive anything and return void. Okay, so this is how we done so far. Now you can destruction all of them, okay, one by one. And I'm going to have age. I'm going to have a fname, lname. No, can I do destruction inside destruction? Let me see. Seems not. Okay. I remember to have a syntax to do that. which destruction inside destruction from this one is from where? Let me see. Okay, I remember it have a syntax, but I didn't use it very often. Oh, this one. For user, you're destructing f name and l name. Okay, f fruit and have a callback. And what we are going to do is p age, and we get age. Okay, age. Okay, and for the user, a person. For this is a person, right? Is a user. P. For the user, I'm going to have a f name and l name. Okay, so this is user. And for this fruit, if you want, you can use a ul. Display all the fruit. ul. And we'll have a fruit dot what's thing. I don't want. Let me auto save turn off. It's keep like a reloading. Okay, I will save by myself. Fruit dot what's thing map. I will have each fruit. Each fruit is going to have a uli. Okay, li. Then we will do f. Okay, and then here I'm going to have a button. And click to invoke callback. Okay, and here on click, I'm going to just give cb, which is this callback, and which is this one, this function. Okay, now let's take a look at. I have to save manually now. Then we go to the browser, refresh. You will see John Smith 20, and we will see user is Edward Doll, and we have array, and this one we'll fix. Let's fix this one. Okay, here I forgot to add a key. Okay, key is f. Okay, and then let's forget that. I forgot to save. That's a problem. Turn off auto save. Okay, then here no error. Okay, and when I click, you will see callback invoked, and that's how we pass the props. Okay, which is you can also do like this one here. Here in my parent, here I'm going to have a const, which has what? Count, set count. Okay, and use count, use state. My bad. Here we'll give 0. We'll give our demo. This one we'll use very often. Okay, and here count, display count. Okay, and then I'm going to have a ruler. Okay, here I'm going to have a button. This button is to increment this count. You have another way to write a setter for the state. Yes, set. My bad. Set count. You can also use a function here, which is previous plus 1. This one is a function. Okay, this function you have will get a previous value, then you previous value plus 1. This way is pretty useful when you work with asynchronous data, because with asynchronous, if you do plus 1, it won't work, and the only way to do is using the function. But for this demo here, doesn't matter. So now I have count. Then I'm going to do is I will pass this count to child. Okay, you can also pass this count. Now we will have a count here. Count is a number. Okay, and then here I'm going to have a count, and then here I'm going to have a h2 count in child count. Okay, let's see. So I forgot to save. Let me turn on. Sometimes I forgot to save. Okay, so here we have a count in the parent. This is my child. When I plus 1, you will see here the child also increased. Okay, this is how we pass data from parent to child, to child. Okay, and you can pass any type of data. There's one last one I want to show you is inside the parent, you can also pass JSX. What is JSX? See here, this child has an opening tag and a closing tag. Suppose here I have a H2 title for child. What's going to happen? I want between this opening tag and closing tag, I have some JSX here. Okay, this is JSX. And how can I get in my child for this one, for this part? How can I get in my child? Then we have a special thing called children. Okay, children, CHILDREN, children. This one is a React node. Okay, and then you can destructure these children. You must use a keyword called children, okay, not anything else, not those predefined, which customized attribute name or property name. This one is built-in called children. And if you want display here, let's how to do? I will put it here, children. Okay. Let me change a little bit. This one called title for children from parent. Okay. And now let's refresh the page. You will see I put a children here. You will see now here it's being the H2. You will see this H2 is being rendered here. And that is called, if you want, pass JSX. Okay, JSX is between the opening tag and a closing tag. I never tried to pass JSX from here, okay, but if you want, you can try by yourself. So for access this one, you must use the keyword children. The type is React node. And remember, you have another one. React also have a React element. Okay, it also works. No problem. See here, also works. Okay, one is a larger one. I couldn't remember details. Let's see. Okay. See here. React node represents everything can be rendered. React element only represents JSX. Okay, so here you can use React node or React element. It doesn't affect the result here. Okay. Now we have the demos about props, okay, and a bunch of the types you want to pass to the child, and also the JSX and the functions passed to child, and we will see props later, okay. When we talk about the communication, we will have another demo. But anyway, props is a way you want to pass data. Like here we have count, pass count, the data from parent to child through what's in function parameters. Okay, and here in functional component in React we call the props. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. See you next time. Bye bye.